My role at the university is around biodiversity management and biodiversity equity values. So increasing our biodiversity, working with sustainable practices, working with threatened species and control species, and making our landscaping more sustainable, as well as working with rehabilitation and threatened species of fauna on campus. And I walked into this role by starting my study within James Cook University. One of the biggest advantages we have in the environmental field is that we have a rainforest campus in Cairns, we have the reef with Orpheus, and we have the dry tropics with our Townsville campus, and they're all quite large sites. Our Townsville campus alone has hundreds of species of plant and animal found on campus that students can engage with, and road networks and infrastructure to see how those implants and infrastructures impact the environment. So you can not only learn in the classroom, but you can also learn on the campus itself with real-world examples at your fingertips. So now I'm able to encourage other students that were below me in other year levels to reach their full potential as well in those fields. Tropico works with the Bachelor of Environmental Practice and its students around real-world application and management processing. We work with groups like Greening Australia, Landscare, National Parks, and get students engagement with those during placements, along with management and on-ground operational real-world applications. Another program Tropico runs is Groundswell. So what the Groundswell is like a compost heap where we chuck all of the food scraps from the campus and all the coffee grounds from our cafes into one system, which is used with bacteria. And we have students from the degree working with that system to monitor how effective that's processing, the breakdown composition, and the chemical variants within that program. We also have programs like our sustainability outreach systems where we have students from the degree working with the public, working with other students and staff to shift policy and public perceptions around recycling and sustainable practices within the Townsville region and the Cairns region, alongside with North Queensland as a whole with small regional communities.
My mum works for Queensland Parks, so I actually got to do a lot of really cool things as a kid that she was involved in, and it kind of inspired me as I grew up to do more of those things myself. Obviously, to get into those roles, you do need a degree. Now that I've actually started the degree, I understand why you do need it, because there is so much that you do need to know. I don't 100% know what avenue I want to take, but I know that being an environmental officer is the main goal for me. Being able to influence and have an impact that I can physically see is something that's really important to me. I think it comes back to how I was when I grew up. You know, spending that time outside in the environment, you come to appreciate it a lot more. And yeah, it is really important, and especially with the current climate that we have, there are a lot of things that we are losing because we're not taking care of them. With the way that they've structured the degree, the experiences that you get to have through the practicals that we do in the labs, the different kinds of subjects that we have kind of covers a broad range, not just the practical but also the written skills. In second year, we get to actually look at doing placements, which I'm pretty excited for.
So while I was down in Brisbane looking at environmental management degrees, JCU really stood out to me as it was the first university to sign up to the United Nations Sustainability Goals. And that's effectively a blueprint to fix the world. The reason why I wanted to study environmental management is because I really want to make a positive change in the world. I've always felt like I wanted to do something meaningful and create that positive change. And this degree has allowed me to do that, and also to gain a job where I'm working in the outdoors and really enjoying myself every day. I absolutely love what I do. So I work on the Sunshine Coast, and our most biodiverse site that we currently work at is Mount Ninderry, which is a beautiful little area behind Coolum on the Sunshine Coast. And right now we're looking at trying to remove a lot of the noxious weeds that have moved into the area, and we're also trying to regenerate some of the bushland that's been degraded. So there's a lot of problems in the world at the moment, and this degree allows you to better understand some of the macro or the larger problems that we have across the planet. And if you have a passion for changing something such as climate change, this degree gives you the opportunity to address some of the issues and help people understand their impact and how to improve their approach to sustainability.
I think one of the best things about JCU is that although the campus is quite spread out, it is very much small classes and a lot of hands-on, one-on-one experience, especially with the environment. I got to meet some of really close friends now that I have, and then also just the lecturers that I met. They're some of the some of the stuff they taught me I've taken into not just my future career but now my future life and just the way I think about things. I was very happy to get a job straight away. I went in there and I was new and they were excited because they've never had an environmental officer on site. So I was also excited, but I was also a little bit worried because I didn't think I would have anyone to guide me. But they have a head office, and a lady in head office is quite useful. She always helps me out, which is nice to see that there's also women supporting other women. So I do a lot of water sampling. There is ponds on site, and I sample the water every week. And then I also do monthly bore samples, it's interesting. I had to learn it on site, which was fun, but now that I've got the hang of it, I'm really enjoying it. Well, considering that I always loved the environment but never really thought of it as a career, I would definitely say it can be a career, and it's very much a up-and-coming career, I would say. It's very forward-thinking, and it would be great to jump on and be the change instead of waiting for someone else to do the change.